here I am again, which is totally unnecessary to say because this is going to be the same video, but there you go. This is my stream experiment. That is annoying, and it promotes the feeling that this is not a real playthrough. You know, there's the emulator, there's the jitteriness, there's the, frankly, too clear an image, which often puts me off a little bit. Current YouTube videos, you know, seeing like Mario 64 stuff, everything's super crisp. I've never seen Mario 64 look that good on a console. I suppose it's mainly TAS stuff that looks that way, maybe. I don't know. Because they're not actually... Well, are they played on console? I don't really know. Yeah. If I were streaming, and if I had the kit to take the picture from the Game Boy, or maybe people do it from the SNES, you know, on the Game Boy player, it would look just as crap as it does on the real thing. And that's part of the fun. You know, when I play Pokemon, I play it on a Game Boy Color, because that's what I played it on. I played a little bit of Pokemon Generation 1 on an original Game Boy, but that was a novelty even for me. My grandpa had an original Game Boy which he played Tetris on and almost nothing else. But I had a Game Boy Color, so I once upon a time played my Pokemon game on his original Game Boy, but I probably only did it for like a weekend. So I play it on a Game Boy Color, even though I could play it on like a Game Boy Advance SP and therefore not have to. That's what I insist to myself anyway, while I put myself through the, you know, put myself through that inconvenience. Maybe I should still be speeding this up, but there you have it. So I got myself another drink. You don't see a lot of streamers. I mean, I don't watch streamers. I watched, who did I watch once or twice? Who did I watch? Maybe I watched Cheese once? I don't think I did. Why have I not been using Vine Whip? What the hell is wrong with me? And I don't know what select is, so there you go. I need to work that out. I can't believe I wasn't using Vine Whip, although I was facing bug Pokemon, so maybe that was the reason. Oh boy. I have watched a stream once, and I can't remember what it was. It might have been, I used to watch this YouTuber, Eggbusters. It was like an Easter egg sort of hunting show. It was good, I liked it. The guy was really nice and funny. I might have watched his stream once. I shouldn't be using Vine Whip, I'm just on autopilot here. Yeah, despite considering doing streaming, I don't really watch streams myself. I do watch game stuff on YouTube. You know, some of it, this isn't really well. Some of it coming from streams. Oh, this could be okay. Yippee! That was lucky. Short rap. But what the hell was I talking about? Yeah, I was thinking. What I was gonna say, thoughtlessly, was you don't see many streamers drinking beer, do you? You know, they're all drinking water or Red Bull or like Barocca or something. Maybe they're all hungover. But I would be drinking. I don't have any. I don't have any skills to worry about losing. You know, there's no edge to worry about losing because I'm just. The idea is that what I ordinarily do and play games, I would just try and turn that into some form of entertainment for the masses. And that's the question. Is that of any interest to anyone but myself? Is it even of interest to myself? Because this might take the fun out of it completely. You know, for me, might not be a form of relaxation. And games haven't always been a form of relaxation. I remember in the fourth year of uni, and I bought myself a Wii U at Christmas time, and I was more or less living on my own that year because my flatmate was just always absent. She was never there. She like stayed at her boyfriend's house all the time. And I used to play. It was the only game I had for the Wii U. The whole time I had it, I traded it in after about a year, because I found out that the Zelda game was going to be delayed and was not going to be exclusive to Wii U, which was the only reason I bought it, because I'd heard that there was a Zelda game coming out that year, 2015. This again. Anyway, so I was playing Smash Bros in the evenings, and you know, it's not like I was playing it at a super high level. I enjoyed playing it in that mode. I enjoyed trying to play it well and competitively, you know, no items, flat stages, that sort of thing. But it wasn't relaxing. It wasn't in the least bit relaxing. And I, at the time, and still now, I only play games in the evening. It's pretty much a rule because it's just kind of a healthier routine for myself. And if I'm getting wired, you know, fighting people online, Pokemon's not so bad. It's still a bit dangerous. But Smash Bros, you know, adrenaline fueled. It's just fucking unhealthy. So it's not always relaxing, but that's kind of the model for me. Oh, here we go. I'll evolve. It's supposed to be relaxing. Not only relaxing, but you know, enjoyable in all the ways it is. Reflective. Ivysaur. But yeah, this might maybe streaming or doing this sort of thing. Oh, I'm getting a sore elbow on this table. It might take the fun out of it. It might make it feel like work. I'm enjoying myself so far. So I'm drinking Guinness. And if I get stuck into the crisps, that would be kettle chips, salted, or Tesco cheap salted crisps. Might have said this already, or it might have been in the first take. It is lockdown 2020, and I've no money, so if kettle chips are on offer, great. If not, Tesco salted crisps. Which is also the reason why I'm not just saying, fuck it, let's give this stream thing a go, buy a new laptop, blah 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 blah. Not an option at the moment. In fact, one thing I'd like to do, you know, I've daydreamed, I say a lot now, don't I? Now that's going to be an issue not just for me, but for any poor soul watching this. Too bad. It's not going to stop, I doubt. When I've been sort of daydreaming about if I were streaming, how would I do it? What would I do? What content would I produce? Thought about, because my model for playing Pokemon, for example, God, these colours look great. I don't think that these are the real colours that you would get on Pokemon Blue or Game Boy Color. I'm pretty sure it's just all blue. Seems even more full colour than Pokemon Yellow, and of course that's not the Zubat sprite in Pokemon Yellow. So that's, and I would be able to recognise, does this look like something that I have seen before, played before? It really doesn't. So I think this is a dodgy ROM. They've enhanced it. Recently, or actually I still am playing through Platinum for pleasure rather than for business. And having recently played through Generation 3 a couple times, I think they really turned up the encounter rates in Generation 4. They certainly got rid of, I don't know whether it was in Generation 2 or 3, but in some generations I know they had, it certainly isn't in 1, after you leave an encounter, you cannot, I think, get another random encounter for something like 4 steps. I know that that's a thing when you first go into caves in, I think it's Generation 2. Yeah, so they definitely got rid of that in Pokemon Generation 4, Pokemon Platinum, because I just keep getting into encounter after encounter, and it's very frustrating. It's a big joke that Mount Moon is just encounter after encounter and Zubat after Zubat. Clefairy. Now, do I have any Pokeballs? You have to buy them in this game, don't you? Oh, that's a shame. Darn. When I said I like rare Pokemon, the reason I said it was because I couldn't see myself wanting to catch a Jigglypuff and use it. But Clefairy has just enough, is just rare enough that it seems like it could be exciting to use. Yeah, I like rare Pokemon. And here's a thought that I started and didn't finish. I was thinking about streams that I would do. My model with playing Pokemon is using Pokemon I like and trying to use a variety of them, on subsequent playthroughs. And I thought that a fun thing to do might be to play through Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, probably Ruby or Sapphire rather than Emerald, aiming for a team exclusively of extremely rare Pokemon. So things like Surskit, which I think you can catch right at the beginning of the game. It's something like a 1% encounter rate. Probably not Ralts, not that rare, and I've used it so often, and it's, well, maybe. Maybe Skitty, that's pretty rare. Chimeco, that's like a pretty low encounter rate. Maybe Feebas and Melodic, but that's that's asking a lot. You know, these sorts of Pokemon, I think that would be fun. And it's kind of got a theme, hasn't it? So that might be nice. And, you know, as a direct result of their rarity, they're Pokemon that a lot of people haven't used before in a playthrough. Maybe they would like to see that. I haven't used them, so I would enjoy playing through with them for that reason alone. Yeah. Might do that actually in case it uses Supersonic. Probably overthinking it. Heyo! I need to turn off animations. Yeah, dead air wouldn't be such an issue. Oh dear. Is it actually super effective? Yeah. Poison does not resist bug, does it? So it is actually super effective. Yeah. I could just mind my own business and people would ask me questions. I've made this point already. At some point I will stop repeating myself. Because I'll get over the novelty of talking to myself while playing a game. Jesus, that's a bad confusion. Oh dear. And I'll have to go all the way back through Mount Moon if I die. Should I just use a potion? Is that really rubbish? It would be quite rubbish to lose here. How lame is that? That's pretty lame. Screw it. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was pretty good. That's probably not going to work though. Yeah. Okay. I should have just sucked it up. Well, what I could do then is get Pokeballs. Ooh, I want to catch a Spearow because Farfetch'd is a useful HM slave. Oh dear. But no Pokeballs again. Although I've blacked out that many times that I might not have much money. Got enough for a few Pokeballs. Yeah. Maybe it's only in yellow then that the aid gives you Pokeballs. I know they do in subsequent games, but right. Don't need to get a Spearow here because I can just get one later. So I'm gonna leave the Pokeballs for a potential Clefairy. Oh, animations. So fast, off, set, good. Another rule I am holding myself to, so no items in battle. Battle style set. I'm also not going to use any Pokemon that I'm not actually, that are not in my team as I see it. So HM slaves, I'm not going to use them because it's not even really so much about the challenge. It's just I don't like. I feel like it's frustrating that you even have to have them in your team and look at them every time you open your menu. You know, it just feels like it sort of compromises what feels like the integrity of the Pokemon experience, which is about choosing your team. It's, you know, it's your pals, your family. I don't think of it in quite those terms, but yeah, you know, your companions. It's all about selecting how you play the game, selecting the Pokemon you're interested in using, and having to use HM slaves does compromise that, and using them in battle, and also, you know, giving yourself an advantage by being able to swap in against, I don't know, 2-turn attacks or that sort of thing. It does compromise it for me, so I won't be doing that, even if I've got like a Farfetch'd in my team. I won't be swapping in to Cure Confusion or anything like that. But if I get a Clefairy and I decide, hey, this Clefairy is for keeps, then I could afford myself that luxury of having a Clefairy to soak up damage and take advantage of Leech Seed, for example. We'll see. That would have been really nice for this rocket. Otherwise, we're just doing the same thing again, trying to not die. And I'm being rather stubborn, just going straight at it. I will also be trying to keep to, not minimum battles, certainly not, but minimal battles. It might be only in my head that there's a meaningful difference between minimum and minimal used that way, but that's what I'm going for. Few battles for my own enjoyment, because again it's about I'm just going to go for it because surely I can't get such bad luck with confusion this time around. I've changed my mind. Have I? Yes. It recovers an awful lot from Leech Life. I don't like that. It also does a lot of damage. Frustrating. So that... Oh, there we go. That's more like it. So, I'm trying to think back to the J-Rose video. Whether Bulbasaur was, how close Bulbasaur was to minimum battles in his Bulbasaur run when he did this, and whether he had any strat. Watch it now. I can just that wee bit. I'm not watching a fucking 40-minute video twice. See whether that trainer comes up, or maybe by that point he had to I doubt you have to train for Brock, so he'd be a lower level and he'd be on Bulbasaur if he went there with minimum battles, and I'd kind of be surprised if he didn't, to be honest. I'm going to use another potion, because then hopefully I won't have to come back. Oh my god! No, it's fine. Please stop. These waffles there, both mine. That was really fucking stupid. Oh god, I'm tired actually. Oh dear. I don't know what I'm so worried about. Oh, that's another Gen 1 miss, isn't it? Or, no, Tackle is... I think Tackle's 95% accurate in Gen 1. So, forget that. The relax of a glitchy sound. Best case scenario is that the game audio is pretty low compared to my voice, although I didn't go to great lengths to balance them. Can it poison me? Does it know poison gas? Or smog? I'm just gonna go for it because I don't think it'll kill me even if it does. Yeah. Is this a good place to stop? I actually probably would be up for doing the... Although they're both water types, aren't they? I always forget that Kabutops is a water type. I think I always thought of them as... I don't know. I doubt that I will get as far as Cinnabar Island without... It's not my favourite type. I don't think I really have a favourite Pokemon type. But I do think that in certainly the first 3 generations, which I've played the most of, the number of interesting Pokemon per type, what am I trying to say? There's an awful lot of good water types in each of these generations, and interesting water types, and water types that, most importantly, I would be interested in using. And you often don't get them until a bit later in the game. So, for example, I'd really like, and I think this is one of the benefits of... Oh, I might be thinking of the remakes, and I might transfer it over to Generation 1, I might be exactly the wrong way around. So I was just thinking in my head there, Starmie, I'd like to use Starmie. I know that Starmie is kind of like one of the big competitive ones in Generation 1. It's not the reason I'm interested in using it, just because it's a water and psychic type, and that's like really cool, that's really interesting. That kind of typing is still pretty unusual, I think. I mean, I say still, I've only really played up to Gen 4 properly. I'm sure it's still relatively uncommon. So Starmie, I thought that might be an exclusive for blue, but I don't know if that's true. I know that you cannot get it in fire red, and that was a shame. Exclusives are the opposite to fire red and leaf green? I don't know. Right, do I try to fight... Oh, you know what, I can totally fight Misty now. I'll do that because I can't remember whether Pidgeotto won't have wing attack, and Gust is normal type in this game, I think. So it's probably fine. But he's got a lot of Pokemon and I'm still only using one, so I will... You know what, I might even fight the other trainer. I'm not doing like minimum battles, and this will make things relatively painless. Oh, Peck. Yeah, Goldeen learns Peck, and yeah, Pidgey has Gust, which is a normal type move. Weird. Water types that would be interesting to use. In Generation 1, water types that I would find interesting to use. Starmie, Omastar, Poliwrath. Though I'm not interested in Azumarill. Kingdra would be cool, but frustratingly, you know, you have to trade for that, so it's never something that I really can enjoy, sadly. And you know, the whole romance of trading Pokemon with your friends, you know, the thing that's supposed to be exciting about that is kind of nullified by the utility of merely trading with your pal for them to trade it back to you. That kind of ruins the sort of, you know, making a deal or whatever. I'm not quite sure, you know, as far as I was aware, people only really traded Pokemon to get Pokemon they could not get in their game, and not, you know, to use even so much as just to complete their list. Should I use Leech Seed? It won't do me any favours in terms of health, but if I can't take it out with Vine Whip for some reason, I can. 3-hit. Well, if it uses Recover. Cool. Oh, I have no idea what I was saying. What was I talking about? Yeah, trading Pokemon. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. Kingdra would be nice though. Ooh, Lapras. I like Lapras in Generation 1. And Lapras would also be exciting to use in Generation 2 because, you know, it's kind of it's not an event Pokemon in the way that people mean, but it's you know, you only get it on, was it Friday night in that cave. But I have a bit of a thing where in each generation, this is also another way of making kind of it feel right and sort of integral, or, you know, for the playthrough having integrity to me is, in each generation I only like to use a team of Pokemon consisting of new Pokemon from that generation. Which, I don't know, it just became a thing that I felt like doing. I didn't feel like using Generation 1 Pokemon in Generation 2 games, or you know, and so on and so on. I just didn't. It didn't appeal to me. That was. It became a thing I wasn't interested in doing. So I would probably, you know, the more and more I play of these games, I maybe sort of get my fill of Gen 2 playthroughs with only Gen 2 Pokemon, and then once I'm really scraping the barrel, allow myself to play with any Pokemon I want, and you know, then the opportunity to use Pokemon like Lapras, which is exciting for totally different reasons, in Gen 2, is opened up, and I would probably then find that even more exciting. You know, than just playing Gen 2 again, waiting even later in the game, in all likelihood, for Pokemon that are still novel to use. In Generation 4, I don't like many of the new, I say new, they're like over 10 years old now. How old is it? I think it said it was from like 2010, 2011, but that seemed really weird to me. Can't be 2011. Come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you fucking taking the piss? That is ridiculous. Maybe it doesn't work for some reason. I'll have to look that up. I don't know how I would look that up. How does Leech Seed even work in this game? That's really bizarre. I should have probably just taken the hint, but Grass, Psychic, it's nothing like that. I'm a bit screwed if it's got Ember. Oh no! That was an accident. Oh well, it's still okay. Ah, great. That would have been so nice if I could have leech seeded that. Abra. Abra. I'm going to save and stop recording again. I think I'll keep playing. But yeah, I'm going to do that for the sake of my computer not crashing, which hasn't happened so far, so it's all good. I don't know if saving does anything because I'm not closing in right now.